As you can see, I have my colleagues George Maringa joining us from Meru, and we also have Willie Lusige joining us from Kakamega. Let me start with you, George. Thank you for joining us this morning. What can you tell us about the exercise so far?
Good morning to you, Betty. The exercise so far has been good. The lawyers and the advocates have been coming to exercise their democratic right. And it is an exercise that began early in the morning at exactly 8 a.m. That's according to the presiding officer, Abdishek Mohammed. Now, behind me, as you can see, those are the ballot boxes through which the advocates are exercising their democratic right through. We can see one of them there casting his vote, his ballot, in the ballot boxes, being guided by the presiding officer, Abdishek Mohammed. Now, this is an exercise that has seen a number of lawyers come to participate. And I will be speaking to one of them to tell us just how things are so far. Thank you very much for joining us, Kremi Mbogo. He's an advocate here in Meru. Thank you very much for joining us. If you could come and join us here. How has the exercise been for you so far?
Everything is okay. We've at least for me and several of my colleagues, we've cast our votes. And now we're just waiting for the tally in the evening to know who our new officials will be. Yeah.
Now, by exercising this vote, you want, of course, to see some reforms in the Law Society of Kenya. What are some of the agitating issues that you would like to see change in the LSK?
In the recent past, we have had a very unfortunate scenario where the Law Society was split, terribly split on the political party lines. It's unfortunate because in my understanding and during the time that I was growing up, we knew of an LSK that was the conscience of the nation. And this is where, at least personally, I would like to return the Law Society. So my voting was in that kind of, with that kind of thinking. I would like where Law Society of Kenya will take the place that it used to take during the time of the Moites of Long. I would like to return Law Society to where it was, especially in this time where we're having challenges, many challenges, as we all know, what has been happening. Judiciary issues orders, and they're ignored by the executive. The executive is interfering even with the legislature. We need a body like LSK. In our past, LSK was there, and there were serious clergymen then who are the conscience of the society. The clergy has been a little too quiet and a little partisan too. We want the enjoyers in the clergy, and we want an LSK that is led by people like Moite. That's my thinking, but that's personal. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was Kremi Mbogo, an advocate here in Meru. I will be speaking to one more here who has participated in the exercise. Thank you very much for joining us on KTN News. Tell us your name and what role do you play here in Meru?
My name is Jamlik Moraidi. I'm a lawyer, but actually I'm not based in Meru. I'm based in Nairobi. Today I'm an agent. I'm representing Akusala Boniface for Nairobi representative. Yeah.
Okay, now as an agent, have you seen any discrepancies or anything that could be, that could raise eyebrows here in the exercise today?
No, I've not seen any. Actually, I don't expect any because we as the learned profession, we know how to adhere to our code of conduct. So I expect everything will be okay. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah. And
apart from also being an agent, as a young practicing lawyer, what changes would you like to see in the LSK?
Actually, there has been a lot of problems with the current LSK. We have seen they are not serious on the public interest litigation matters. Okiya Omtata has been taking the path that LSK should be taking. Now we want a more serious LSK, a vigorous LSK. That's why you are seeing advocates are coming to vote. Actually, in the past, they were not serious on this thing, but as of now, you are seeing they are very serious on these things. They want that change. Yeah, I hope that change is coming.
Thank you very much. Now, I'll be speaking, Betty, to the presiding officer, Abdishek Mohammed, to tell us how this exercise has been so far. Thank you very much for joining us on KTN News, Abdishek. Now, you're a very strict presiding officer by what you have seen, but have you experienced any challenges starting from 8 a.m. when the exercise began?
Thank you so much. My name is Mr. Abdishek Mohammed, the presiding officer for Meru Courts Law Courts, code number 014, registered voters 104, of course, voters. I want to take this opportunity, first of all, to thank the Almighty God for having given us a bright morning this morning, healthy, up and running. And we were here at 6:30 with the entire team, men and women of high caliber selected on merit basis, whom we have worked together from the general elections up to the repeat elections, and done the same for this particular job. So far, so good. We've made all the logistics in place from yesterday. We did our mapping yesterday here in this law court, and we're up to the task. Yes.
How many lawyers have come to participate in this exercise so far?
So far, as per the record we have, there are 18 in number. Yes.
Okay. And what time should this exercise close, going by your timelines as the IEBC?
You see, for us as IEBC, we embrace the law to the letter. And therefore, the regulations are very straightforward. We are supposed to close polls by 5. But if there are voters on the queue by that time, we'll give them the opportunity to cast their vote. Yes.
Thank you very much. Betty, that was Abdishek Mohammed, who is the presiding officer here in Meru County for the exercise, the LSK elections that are taking part. Now, on my right is where the agents or the clerks are seated, just there waiting for the agents, for the lawyers to come and identify themselves. Then they go and they're given the stamped ballot paper. And later on, they are stamped for different positions. That is the president, the vice president, the council member, the council member of over 25 years standing. Then they come to these ballot boxes and cast their... first of all, they go to the ballot booth down there, and that's when they cast they tick their preferred candidate, and then later come and cast their votes here in these ballot boxes. Now, we have had the Advocates Disciplinary Tribunal ballot paper in the same color as the vice president, but the presiding officer told us that's not a problem per se, because, you know, the one for the vice president is smaller compared to the one for the Advocates Disciplinary Tribunal. Now, Betty, that's so far here in Meru regarding the LSK elections, and we'll continue keeping it tabs here in Meru County. Back to you, Betty.
All right, Judge Marie.